Do you want to do any synchronization?
I would love to do that.
Okay.
What's your preferred? What did we used to do for Trazier?
What did we used to do for Trazier?
Hello, breadfiesta here, and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom of Loathing. I screwed up.
No worries.
All right, take two. I need one of those.
Little card things. Yeah.
Yeah.
The clapper.
That's just gonna. Hello, breadfiesta here, and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom of Loathing. In the last episode, I put in the description a little note that said, if even a single person asks for more Kingdom of Loathing, I will record more. And to my infinite surprise, that person ended up being me. So here we are. We're going to record some more Kingdom of Loathing, continue our Turtle Tamer adventure. And I have a guest here today, longtime friend of the channel.
FSSZilla!
Hello, yes. It has been a long time since we've collabed. I think, was it Mario Party the last time that we recorded together?
No, I think it still would have been Trazier. Unless we did another Mario Party follow-up after 3. But yeah, 4 Crystals of Trazier on my channel, FSSZilla on YouTube.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have a map now.
Good.
Take that, you dumb dragon.
Oh,
Idiot.
You said there isn't a locked door here at all.
Oh, it looked locked.
You fucked up. I'm putting you on notice. It's a long-running series that breadfiesta and I have co-hosted, and it's one of my favorite projects I've ever worked on, so yeah, check it out.
Very long running.
Very long running.
Supposedly to this day, we're still in the Unshrine.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get into the kingdom, I suppose. So that's not how I wanted that to go. It's okay. It'll be fixed in editing.
All right.
It's okay. This is a professional recording.
If you get confused about which of us is talking, please write a comment, and we will explain at the timestamp of who is currently speaking.
Exactly. Because this is live for us.
Yes.
Okay. Now it should have done the proper scene transition. So now we are looking at the Kingdom of Loathing on kingdomofloathing.com/game.php. And I already logged in before because I wasn't sure if I remembered my password. And it gave me this notification at the top that I have a new message from the tutorial. Do you want any background to what's happened at this point?
I think I can probably follow along. It looks like you're level 2, so unless they change the start of the game significantly, I should probably be able to follow along pretty well.
What did I do last time? Yeah, I did the whole tutorial stuff from the tutorial. I get it now. Tutorial is tutorial.
It took me years to come back to that and be like, oh my god, tutorial.
I was today years old when that happened. I'm also gonna zoom it in just a little bit because I think that's how I did last time. Okay, yeah, we did the tutorial. We became a member of the guild for the... I really don't remember any of this. Let's see, it was on the right side of the tracks. The Brotherhood of the Smackdown
yeah.
is what we are a member of. We did a quest. We beat up some gnolls, which got us into the Brotherhood. And then we talked to Terry the Turtle Tamer, who gave us a quest to search the misspelled cemetery on the nearby plains for the tomb of the unknown Turtle Tamer. As it turns out, that's a quest that they expect you to be level 8 or something like that. And I got completely destroyed, and that not only did my character feel discouraged, but me, the player, also felt discouraged and ended the recording. So that's about where it's at. We have Dante, the 2-pound mosquito, as our familiar. And we have that quest, which I can't do because I'm not strong enough for that area. So it's really going to be a matter of just sort of figuring out where we want to go. And I think we start by just like going wherever the wind takes us, I think.
Okay.
That sounds like a recap to me.
Yep, you got a tank full of 200 adventures, so you're plenty souped up to go.
That's right. You've played this before also.
Yeah, I played this back in like 2004 to 2006, I want to say. Mm-hmm. And then I think I played it a little bit again in like 2012 or something. And I got pretty far back in my first run, but they hadn't yet implemented the final boss. So I had gotten to the final boss and then found random things to do with my time until I got bored.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of how I thought the first session would go for me.
Mm.
But here we are. And I think as we were talking about the last time we chatted is with regards to like references, which this game makes a lot of, you tend to be better at recognizing references than I do. So I think that might be a benefit, because otherwise I'm just going to be complaining about references I don't get. But now I get to complain. Now I get to complain about references I don't get, but then I get to understand them and still not get them.
Well,
okay,
you're on a good start here. You got the tutorial.
We got the tutorial. I even recognized it, but then did not read the message.
Oh, right.
So let's do that. Welcome back, breadfiesta. I'm pleased to see that you've decided to try out another day of adventuring. I bet you are. Here's a little something with which to wet your whistle. Enjoy XOXO, the tutorial. You acquire the tutorial care package. Okay.
There you go.
So, care package. What's in that, do you think?
I guess you've got a few... well, I don't know. You'd have to open it first. So I'm guessing you'll have some meat. Oh, no.
No, it's actually 3 bowls of soup, nest soup, and 3 bottles of Mount Noob Pale Ale, which we're not going to drink because I don't like that. This is a bowl of soup made from the fragments of the tutorial's nest, cooked in a rabbit liver broth. It smells a lot better than it sounds. That's cool, because this is a full, like, smell-o-vision experience. And if I scratch my screen here, it smells like burning pixels from a decade-and-a-half-old monitor. To be fair, the soup did not smell or sound very good, as it's nest soup.
Fragments, yeah.
Yeah, so like branches and stuff. Okay, and it's decent food at least.
It still says the game.
So yes, I'm thinking we go somewhere and we just have a good time. We just make some adventures.
Mm-hmm.
So what speaks out to you? We've got the big mountains, the nearby plains, the distant woods, the lair of the naughty sorceress. I don't know if we can go to all of these places, but I figured we just pick one and go.
My guess, there's actually some adventures you can have in the town too.
Oh, there are. That's true.
Yeah,
we did last time. I did the on the wrong side of the tracks here. No, it was on the right side of the tracks. The Spooky Raven Manor. I did some of that.
I see. That might not be a bad place to start, though. Oh, wow, there's new stuff here, though.
Yeah, so the one place we were able to go into, I believe, was the Pantry.
Okay.
Everywhere else, the doors were locked, and if you go up the stairs, they hurt you.
Oh, goodness.
So I think it was the Pantry that we were allowed to go in. And we can fight an undead elbow macaroni, which is of unusual size. It rubs its hands together and prepares to assault you like a peanut.
Likely a reference to the Princess Bride and the rodents of unusual size.
Oh, of unusual size.
Mm-hmm.
I think the assault you like a peanut is because peanuts are salted.
You're
often.
right. Yes.
That's the side I get. And then we can review our equipment also. I'm gonna just get rid of this item because I don't want to have it.
Yeah. And it's over.
It's over. 5 meat, beefiness, wizardliness. I think it's the beefiness is really what like levels us up, because the more our muscle goes up. That's what I recall like intuiting is like as our muscle goes up, that's how our overall level goes up, because we are a muscle based class.
That makes sense.
We're gonna review our inventory here. because I didn't do that at the start. Say, FSSZilla, did you notice what I'm wearing on my head?
Apparently it is a chef's hat.
It's a chef's hat. Not the helmet turtle that I thought I had equipped. And it's definitely a turtle and not anything else.
Although...
well, the helmet turtle, the problem is, like, it's power 10.
Yeah.
Like, muscle plus 1, as opposed to the chef's hat, which regenerates 1 MP per adventure, which just seems really good. It just seemed like a rare thing. Plus, I've got, like, that skill, which is in the book. I can do the Patience of the Tortoise, which gives me something. Patience of the Tortoise.
Your strengthfulness and maximum HP will increase for a period
Maximum
of
HP
time.
plus 3, muscle plus 1. So we can just, like, do that, like, infinitely, which is super important. What else do we got? So I'm wearing the chef's hat, clearly. We have the spooky stick, which has, like, extra spooky damage. And then we've got old sweatpants, which I think are regular.
Yep.
Though we do have these fancy, like, shining underpants, but we can't wear them.
No longer. You don't have a slot yet. Oh wait, no, you do. Never mind. Why?
We're not moxious enough. Which is definitely the adjective form of moxie.
Mm-hmm.
So
just like the noun form of noxious is noxy.
Noxy, yeah. And we'll just go back to the pantry and resume our adventure questing. How dare?
Come on. Now your blood smells funny.
Cans of asparagus aren't normally all that scary, but this one's got a knife, which is probably also a reference. That was stench damage also, so it is stinky blood.
Mm-hmm.
Also, our HP didn't, like, recover when we increased it, so that's whatever. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Wham, boink, boof, boink.
That's a lot of damage.
I'm pretty strong. I'm pretty muscularity, strengthly, I guess, is the adjective form of muscle. Oh, we get hypnotic breadcrumbs. What do those do? This is a handful of shimmering rainbow-colored breadcrumbs that don't seem to be subject to gravity.
Can't say I get this one.
It seems to be all over the place.
I have no idea. I don't know how to connect all of these concepts. There's a whole lot.
It's also a quest item for a quest that we don't have. So
getting the jump.
Mm-hmm. But we do have a stalk of asparagus now.
And another razor sharp.
Yeah, great. Awesome. I do like the razor sharp canlid, even though it's far weaker than anything else that we have.
I think... Oh, hello.
You see a couple of cans of possessed tomatoes playing Kick the Can, which is pretty much the magically animated version of a mugging. You shoo the possessed tomatoes away and look inside the can. It has a turtle inside. We can tame the turtle. That's literally our life's goal.
Yeah.
So, and it's also the only option. You sing a song about soup of the evening, beautiful soup. That's going to be a song reference. Do you think you recognize that one?
No, I don't.
Soup of the evening, beautiful soup, until the turtle calms down and you can snag it. You acquire an item, soup turtle.
Oh, it's wearing the can as a shell.
This is a turtle that lost its shell, probably from being kicked by a plumber. No, it was being kicked by other cans.
Yeah.
Also, why are plumbers jerks? Oh, Mario.
Yeah.
If it were a dragon, it'd be a divine thing, but as it is, it's just sort of sad.
Again, not sure I know that one.
A second reference within this. So this is a combat item. Deals 5 to 10 hot damage.
The thing about items is they don't take a turn. So you can do them to add damage before you even take your turn.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Is it a one-time use, though? Like, if I throw the turtle? Because I've got, like, my toss skill. Do I lose my turtle?
I think so.
Let's find out before we get too attached to it. Just inside the haunted pantry, you discover a knob-goblin assistant chef rummaging through the shelves, looking for cooking ingredients and magical reagents. He doesn't seem to have noticed you yet. What would you like to do? What would you like to do?
I'm curious what happens. I want to wait and see what happens.
Let's watch. As you watch, the assistant chef gets attacked by a possessed can of asparagus. The fight goes on for several minutes, but the chef is eventually defeated. As the can stands gloating over the prone goblin, there is suddenly a tremendous explosion of magical force. Looks like that chef had some sort of predator-style self-destruct mechanism. You wander around and pick up all of the debris scattered by the explosion. So another can lid and magicalness in a can, which is also new. This is a can of aerosol magicalness. When you spray it on yourself, you become more magical. Okay.
A spleen item.
Yeah, we've had a couple of these before. I had some moxie weed earlier.
Ah.
I think your spleen can only take so much.
Yeah.
You gain 2 wizardliness and a mysticality point.
Cool.
Because I guess we're just going like more of a balanced stats, I guess, or trying to.
Yeah, every class has its main thing, like, Turtle Tamers are muscle, but they also have a secondary class, and I want to say Turtle Tamers is Mysticality is their secondary. But I could be wrong, because your Moxie is already higher than your Mysticality, so,
I recall I dedicated a lot to it. I ate a lot of Moxie weeds.
Ah, I see.
I think I was fighting, like, the Knob Goblins give you more, like, Moxie. Well, we didn't get to throw the turtle, so let's try again, I guess.
Sure.
We could have also eaten that stalk of asparagus, but I think eating food is just for, like, adventures.
It does give you some other things, but yeah, it's or stats. It gives you stat ups and adventures, yeah.
Also, for some reason, toss only costs 0 mana points, and I haven't been able to figure out why that is. Because the skill screen says it costs 1.
Oh, interesting.
So it's free, so we're gonna do it. You pick up Dante and toss him at your opponent, dealing 5 damage. Go Dante. You win the fight. And Dante, I guess, eats the undead elbow macaroni and gains a pound.
I guess it's true. Gluten does make you fat or something.
Oh. And we gave 1 fortitude-ish and 1 fortitude-ishness and 1 roguitude.
Yeah. Fortishness.
Well, that didn't throw the turtle like I thought it would.
No.
So I guess
Oh,
flame
hello.
broiled meat blob. It bobs up and down menacingly, dripping with meaty goodness and radiating waves of intense heat.
Whoa.
It tries to splatter you with hot fat, but you nimbly leap aside. None of that feels like a reference. That just all feels like...
Yeah, I agree.
They came up with a funny name. Okay, so it's under the items, actually.
Yeah.
Well, this does hot damage, and we're fighting a flame-broiled meat blob, so this probably will go well. You shake up the soup turtle and open the can, spraying your opponent with 1 damage worth of hot soup before you remember that soup does not work that way. Agitated, the turtle scurries off. And we lose 1 hit point of damage because it smothers us with its meaty, blobby body. You find it's very hard to breathe char-grilled beef.
So now we have identified the meat. It is a beef.
It is a beef meat. Flame-broiled beef blob. We have a lot of beefiness, though.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm just going to hit it with a stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that did...
Barf.
Barf.
Pow. Socko.
Pow.
Barf.
That's, I mean, if you were fighting this flame-broiled meat blob, that might be what you would say. You, the royal you, not trying to put words in anybody's mouth. Strengthliness, mysteriousliness. Cool. How are we feeling about the haunted pantry?
Maybe we could probably step it up somewhere else. I'm not sure where, but yeah, this is looking like it's probably a little too forgiving.
Other than the breadcrumbs, like it was, yeah. I think that's also because we're playing like a muscle like melee class basically.
Right.
Like those classes tend to do well at earlier levels, at least from like my D&D experience, because they don't have to deal with like managing MP or having high level spells miss and then not being able to do anything for the rest of their lives.
Right. So what's happening in the plains, I suppose? The cemetery is a little bit much, but Cobb's Knob might be able to do something.
Cobb's Knob, that's where we went for our initial quest. This is where we were fighting a bunch of the knob goblins, including that assistant chef that exploded earlier.
Oh, goodness.
He tries to give you a thorough tong lashing, but drops his tongs. They clatter to the ground, and he stands there looking embarrassed for a while. Also embarrassing. I relate.
He wields neophyte tongs as well. A bone with a price tag.
And we got new. I think we had tongs before, but
Mm.
so okay. With the bone with a price tag on it. This is a bone with a price tag still on it. Maybe it's one of Minnie Pearl's bones.
Mini Pearl. Mini Pearl.
Pearl.
Not registering anywhere here. I thought I'd be like, oh man, I'm gonna get all these references and be so, but no, I have no idea.
Let's see. Minnie Pearl is obviously an American comedian
And
from.
she's known for pricing bones.
I guess. Why did Minnie Pearl wear a price tag?
Oh, there we go.
On her hat.
Oh, yeah.
This is good content. It was done for comic effect. You know what? As someone who's also wearing something on their head for comic effect, props. Well, okay. That was another quest item too for a quest we don't have.
You're gonna be so ready when these quests come in.
I guess. I think we fought this one before, but I also just want to get rid of these can lids.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Dante gains us 6 hit points, but because our Patience of the Tortoise wore out, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Yeah. We get a strongness elixir.
That's good. Can you just pop that in right now? Oh, it's a spleen item.
It is another spleen item, but you know what? You're absolutely right. We are just going to pop that in right now.
Yeah.
Glug, glug, glug. Strongness elixir.
So I wondered if that was going to be a reference to the winning screen for Ghosts and Goblins, which says you feel strength welling in your body.
I love that.
But it didn't. It kind of avoided going directly for it.
What's also great is that the thing on my head fell off.
Oh no.
So, but that's great because it was giving me a headache, as I mentioned. So, but 3 strengthiness, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how our spleen is doing, but it's probably fine.
It doesn't seem like there's any
Indicator.
Yeah. I do know that the hunger, like you can eat 15 points of food and drink 15 points of alcohol before you are unable to do so anymore.
That's perfect because we also don't know how big our stomach is.
Gotcha.
So, having eaten that nest soup, which was surprisingly tasty for something made out of twigs and liver, brought us back up to 200. So, we are cruising as adventurers, obviously.
Yep. Twigs and
I did.
liver.
Well, hold up. Why liver?
Well, that's at least what it said, but I don't know.
Oh, that's right, because it was cooked in a rabbit liver broth.
Right.
That's right. I remember now. And we also got a firecracker, so I wanted to get rid of all of our items because this cluttered inventory I'm not liking it.
Yeah.
But
it keeps trading
going-
up.
in going back to the Cobb's Knob where I thought like I'd just fire off a firecracker and set off some sort of like geological disaster. Now we've got some rustling beneath some leaves. A smallish turtle pokes his head out and sniffs at you.
Aww.
We're going to grab him. You make some clucking noises with your tongue. Turtles love that. And coax him near you. When he approaches, you gently pick him up and take him with you. Now we've got a knobby helmet turtle.
Oh.
Helmet turtle. That's perfect for what just fell off my head. Okay. This is a turtle native to the Cobb's Knob area as a defense mechanism against ornery knob goblin teenagers. The species of turtle has evolved a painfully knobby shell. Not painful to the turtle, but painful to anybody who touches it. Tries to touch it. Cool.
Teenagers. Nope, not getting anything.
No.
Combining 2 concepts: turtles, teenagers. What do I get? Mutant Ninja Turtles? Question
I
mark?
think possibly.
Yeah.
Well, but it's also not as good as our chef's hat.
Yeah.
But we're also at the point where like that I have not yet encountered, with the exception of that meat blob. I have not yet encountered
Something that can withstand a direct
more
attack.
than one hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do want to see if I do equip this turtle, does it change my avatar? It does not. So I'm not wearing the turtle. That was the gimmick.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so much for that.
Oh.
Chef's hat. The turtle can just the helmet turtle and the knobby helmet turtle can just be friends in my inventory.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
It'd be a collection of turtles.
That's okay. That's a new goal. I like that. We already fought the sub assistant.
Yeah.
Mad scientist, so we'll just blow him up. It goes off with a bang and not a whimper. And we get, would you look at that? We get another knob goblin firecracker. And we get a muscle point and we gain a level. So now we're level 3.
Fancy.
Okay. This means very little to me. Near the knob, you encounter one of these sleeping guards you keep seeing everywhere. You're about to attack him, but then you notice he's got a cool looking insignia sewn onto his pants. You can see it right there.
Yes.
And realize that he must be some sort of high-ranking officer, which hasn't mattered to us up until this point. Marveling at the discipline of the Knob Army, you decide to rifle through his pockets to see if he's carrying anything important. And sure enough, you find what appears to be an important code document folded up in his back pocket. What do you bet this is another quest item for a quest we don't have?
Definitely. Hey, well done.
This is a sheet filled with letters, numbers, and unidentifiable symbols. You start to wonder what it is, then notice the phrase Knob Goblin Encryption Key, do not export, in huge bold letters at the top. There it is.
I want to say this is a reference to a story someone shared about printing out things that say do not print out at the top of them, but I don't remember exactly.
Kind of
how
like
that story
a Hunter 2 sort of style.
goes.
I still have to get rid of this firecracker, and then we can move on. Except I went back to the plains for some reason. Okay. Sleeping Knob Goblin Guard. So the guard that we just saw and decided not to attack. But now we're going to. Okay, now we got a bunch of stuff from this one, actually.
Yeah.
Viking helmet. Muscle +1. It's only 20 power, but
That is your core stat. Yeah.
that's the core. Yeah, so that's interesting. Muscle +1, I think, would be the same as like the weapon damage +1, kind of also.
Right.
Though these pants, though,
Another
muscle +1,
Yeah.
and I think I already had the scimitar.
I did spy that in your inventory as well.
Yeah.
Another muscle +1 though.
This guy was just very had a lot of muscularity. Okay, well, sweatpants, those got to go. We're gonna put on the Knob Goblin pants. Okay. I also have a bunch of this Disco Bandit stuff because we found a Disco Bandit who had died, and we just sort of looted his body.
Rest in peace, Disco Bandit.
Chef's hat or Viking helmet?
I'm fine with the Viking helmet. It's a little more on brand, and your mysticality isn't really doing much for you at the moment, right?
Here's what we'll do is I'm gonna cast the spell, the Patience of the Tortoise, and then we'll go on one adventure, and then we'll switch to the helmet.
Yeah.
It's the chef again, so we'll just hit it, and hopefully it doesn't give us a a new attack damage record.
Congratulations.
14 + 2. Thank you. Whammo zap wham kerblam.
And another chef's hat.
Another chef's hat. Perfect. Let's put that on. Okay. Well, now we can switch to the Viking helmet. Okay. Our MP's only at 3, which I guess it would have gone down to 3, so we didn't need the recovery.
Right.
Whatever. We're also only 1 Moxie point away from being able to put on these much better Uber pants. So,
wow, wow.
Right?
Yeah.
That was just a rare. Also, these dirty hobo gloves. Did I have these before?
I don't know if I saw them in your inventory before.
This is a pair of filthy hobo gloves. Their pungent stench makes you effective in combat. You know what? I did fight some hobos before. Accessory. Okay, so that was +2 stench damage. Yeah. So now we've got spooky and stench damage. We are a very elemental turtle tamer, I guess.
Yeah, you're a creepy, stinky turtle tamer.
Heroes in a half shell. Okay. Well, we've exhausted... Well, maybe we've exhausted everything that can happen in the Cobb's Knob.
Yeah.
Let's look at the near... Oh, hold up. The bat signal was kind of going.
Oh, that's not something I'd seen before. Hello.
The adventurer signal. Alright, the Council of Loathing. We've received word that the owner of the Typical Tavern in the distant woods is having a bit of a rat problem. I'm sure he'd reward you if you took care of it for him. That's a direction.
Yeah.
Want to do that?
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't completely obliterate.
I'd love that.
You are missing some HP now. I think you, when you put on the Viking helmet, gained HP max, but not.
I did do that. I think the most anything's ever done to us, with the exception of the one thing that one hit us in the last episode, everything else has only really done 1 damage, but we can go ahead and rest. We gain 10 hit points and 10 muscularity points. Oh, that's right, because that's MP. It doesn't stand for mana points, it stands for muscularity points.
Gotcha.
Alright, so we need to go to the distant woods. Those are here.
They're very distant from the town.
And we need to go to the Typical Tavern, which I'm not sure was there before.
There are so many things that were not there when I played.
I mean, yeah, it has been... You said 2012 was the last time?
Yeah.
We played? There's...
I want to point out here this bartender's name is Bart Ender.
Bart Ender, yeah.
And it makes me think of how in The Simpsons, Bart would always call Moe and prank him with a name of someone. Hey, I need to see an Amanda Hugginkiss. Is there Amanda Hugginkiss here? Something like that.
Mike Roch.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm Hugh Jass.
Well, it probably wants us to talk to Bart Ender, but there's a barroom brawl, which would probably be bad. A suspicious-looking guy, that sounds fun. A pool table, or the tavern cellar, which is probably where we're gonna end up going. So do we want to goof around, or do we want to talk to the Bart Ender?
See what Bart is up to.
Bart it is. Howdy, adventurer, says the jovial man behind the bar. I'm Bart Ender. We're both from the Midwest. This is actually a little bit of like my actual accent. Nice to meet you, Bart. I'm breadfiesta, you say. Me say. The council now I'm giving the wrong accent to the wrong person. The council says you need some help with something. Yep, we've got a bit of a rat problem, you see. The whole cellar's just thick with them. I mean, sure, there are always rats down there. Rats are a crucial part of the fantasy tavern ecosystem. Our problem is that there are too many rats. I need you to figure out why there are so many of them and put a stop to it somehow. So there are rats in the cellar of the tavern, and I have to kill, 10 of them. This isn't a simple matter of kill 10 rats, buddy. You need to track them back to their source and put a stop to it, whatever it is. Here, let me unlock the trapdoor for you. Careful, it's dark down there. It didn't seem like there were any obvious references.
No, not. I mean, other than the rat in the cellar problem being kind of an MMO early quest staple, I guess.
Yeah. But it doesn't seem like us, the characters, seem particularly excited about this.
No.
Given the sigh. But, okay. Well, let's just go into the cellar. Now I'm a little disappointed because we could have... That wasn't what I was expecting. Okay, do we go south, west, or Dennis?
Is Dennis actually an option? Can you click it?
No. There's no... This is just...
Before you go, you must get E-Flask.
I
guess south.
I can't type, yeah. I do like that it's, darkness 1-1. So we're going to be going to darkness 1-5-2. You are fighting a drunken rat.
Oh.
As you're poking around in the dark of the cellar, you hear a squeak. You turn toward it, and before you stands a drunken rat. It's also a dirty rat, and pretty smelly. You know that idiom, I think I smell a rat? There's a reason for it. Okay. Spooky stick. We deliver a serious wound to the tune of 7 + 2 + 2 damage, which I did figure out means that we did 11 damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the +2s don't count as part of the 7.
Yeah.
You hope it doesn't get a staph infection.
Oh.
Okay. Dante's getting bigger. And we get a rat whisker, which is a quest item, of course. Well, now we've explored that darkness. My turn. I'm going to pick something original. I'm going to pick South.
Whoa. Shaking it up.
Oh my gosh.
Oof.
It staggers over and drunkenly punches you in the eye, then vomits on your shoes.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I guess it was a good idea to heal.
Yeah.
Okay. Attack with our spooky stick, which deals only 3 damage, and then it punches us in the foot again. This opponent might be a little out of your league.
Really?
I'll tell you when it's a little out of my league.
There it is. And you get 5... Oh, you're full HP.
And we're fully healed. Because we healed, 10 hit points, thanks to Dante. Then you listen with your barely concealed horror as he squirts blood into your ear.
Yeah.
Delicious. Okay. That didn't seem to go super great, but we're also only getting single-digit levels of meat, which you'd expect if it was a higher level difficulty enemy, you'd be getting more rewards, right?
Right.
That seems to logically follow.
Even the stat ups, you only got 4 total stat point growth.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, I think I made a good decision going south, though.
All right.
So, your turn.
Let's just keep the train going. Let's go south.
All right. We're going south. All right. 1984 had nothing on this cellar. No, let's muse on this. Let's think about this.
No, I got it.
Okay.
In 1984, in the book, the thing that gets Winston to essentially breaks him and makes him a upstanding party member is traumatizing him with rats by putting him in a situation where there's a rat coming directly at him. So I'm guessing that's what it's all about.
Okay.
I put a box on his head with a rat in it, and he just freaks out and is like, I'll do whatever you want as long as you don't do that to me again. So
I know the meme, I haven't seen the movie, but where Nicolas Cage is getting attacked by bees.
The Wicker Man.
Oh, okay. I can get most of the way to a reference. While all the tavern cellars you've encountered in the past have led you to expect either a crate or some rats, which is crazy because this is the first tavern cellar we've ever been in, you've never before seen what you find here, a crate filled with rats. It's too heavy to move and too noisy and unsanitary to abide. I guess we had to dump out the crate.
Yeah.
Okay. We pry the lid off the crate and heave it over. A deluge of rats scatters in every direction. Well, mostly in the direction you toppled the crate in, which was obviously south. But every direction is represented by at least a rat or 2. You pocket some of the leftover whiskers. But what's this? There's a single rat left in the crate, grinning at you like a madman. Or a mad rat. Or Madras.
Madras? I have no idea.
I've heard of this before. Madras, Oregon. That's where I've heard from it.
I see.
But I don't,
It is unclear whether Madras was named in 1903. I see.
All right. That's good enough for me. Okay. You wave your hands around and make some oogity boogity noises, but he refuses to be scared off. All right. So even though we're a turtle tamer, we've also tamed this rat.
Good job.
Which is a familiar, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to actually go put this back into our familiar terrarium.
Mm-hmm. So it can graduate to capital letters.
Yeah. So we're going to go do that real quick. Bag. Miscellaneous. Put in terrarium.
I have more bunny livers in your inventory.
Oh, okay. You put the smiling rat in your familiar grotarium. He immediately makes himself at home, the smile never leaving his tiny rat face. You decide to name him Happy Larry.
I see.
So we have Happy Larry the Smiling Rat. Do you want to give Dante a break?
He doubled in size today.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
I don't know what the Smiling Rat does, but we're keeping the name Happy Larry, though.
Yeah.
My turn?
It's your turn.
It is my turn, and I think we're going to switch it up and we're going to go south.
Okay.
You're fighting a drunken rat. This has happened before.
Yep. Punches
Okay.
you in the kidney and then punches you in the face.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa! What?
His smile is infectious. Rats are a common vector for that sort of thing. And you can't help but grin a little. Plus 3 stats. Okay. So now instead of... We probably would have only gotten 3 stats. Now we got 6.
Yeah. Well, that's great for starting out, yeah.
Yeah. And he's only going to get bigger.
Yep.
He's only going to get happier.
All right.
Okay.
How about we go west from the middle? So it's
Okay.
Yeah, there.
4-3.
Yep.
All right. We're fighting a drunken rat.
They're all drunk.
They're all... Yeah. Oh, it's a tavern.
Yeah.
So they're just very strong but have very low defenses.
Seems that way, yeah.
Also, if Happy Larry is going to be smiling at us all the time, then we got very lucky finding that box of rats.
Yeah.
And we gained a mysticality point. That's amazing. Congratulations to us.
Yeah.
All right, my turn. I think we're gonna go up here. We're gonna go back to the stairs, and we're gonna try some west from here. This was a bad idea because it grabs a nearby microphone, which is obviously in the cellar for some reason, and engages in some drunken rodent karaoke. The pain.
Oh no.
All right, well, let's see if we can't overcome that. We gain a muscle point.
It seems like Larry is very keen to activate every fight.
He's so happy.
Mm-hmm.
We might be either, yeah. Hopefully we're not just getting very lucky. I'm gonna go heal.
Are there
Doesn't
any
get us
songs
back up to
in
full.
particular? Oh, go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just thinking, are there any songs in particular a rat would sing? Round and Round, which is the song by the band Rat.
Oh. I was thinking maybe one of those songs that you might hear like in a Chuck E. Cheese, where they're singing like
You say
happy birthday to you.
Yeah,
Darn
we
it,
say
age
birthday.
12.
Birthday. Birthday.
I think what people have learned, longtime viewers of the channel, have learned that I'm just very good at video games.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's your turn.
Let's make a reverse E. So the very
Reverse
bottom.
E, which is which is the number 3.
Oh, right, yeah, that's true.
All right, Happy Larry gains pound.
Hooray!
And we get a bunch more stats. And this is just seems like it's a bunch of rats. I suppose Bart Ender did tell us about this. We do have a good amount of meat.
Is there something that you'd like to go purchase, perhaps? Or...
I couldn't tell you anything that's worth purchasing in this video game.
That is a good amount of meat.
I used to put in, when I would make popcorn, I would put it in for 6 minutes and 66 seconds, just on the off chance something would happen. And usually the off chance that something would happen is I would forget it and then start a problem.
Is something burning? Yeah.
Yeah.
The offering is accepted.
But I get nothing out of it. I get annoyed, and then I have to clean the microwave.
You have to do it 666 times.
Yeah. Well, okay, we could learn some new skills, I guess.
I see.
Because we are level 3 now, so we could get some amphibian sympathy. Being sympathetic to the ins and outs of the amphibian lifestyle makes you more sympathetic to the lifestyles of all creatures. Your familiars will be more sympathetic and more powerful as a result of your sympathy. So this is just a passive +5 to familiar weight.
That sounds amazing.
That sounds actually very good. What is
especially with your training Larry, who gives you more stats.
So non-combat stiff upper lip. If you can't have a hard protective surface on your back, you can have the next best thing, a hard protective surface, where a mustache would be if you had a mustache. Okay. What does that mean? Damage reduction 10.
I see.
That's also pretty good. I wonder how much does that skill cost as like a non-combat? Like, do we even have enough MP to be able to use that?
Well, you can't do that trick Superman does while he catches a bullet with his teeth. You can do basically the same thing by ducking about half an inch.
Oh, is that what it said? I didn't even read the...
Yeah. For the description of the... Yeah.
I just looked at the damage reduction 10 and was just like, oh, that's a big blue, big number. Okay. What were some of these other things? I didn't look at any of these. Okay, Blessing of the War Snapper. You've learned to commune with the War Snapper, the fiercest and most violent of the great turtle spirits. His guidance will increase your martial prowess and make you slightly less comfortable at parties. Okay. That costs 15 MP, so there's no way we'd even be able to use that. Muscle +5, weapon damage +5. And just sort of phoned it in on that sort of description.
Yeah.
Okay, so it does tell us stiff upper lip costs 10 MP, which we can't even use that anyway.
So the amphibian doesn't cost anything, at least.
It is passive, yeah.
Yeah.
Skin of the leatherback is just straight damage reduction 2. The skill makes it so your back is thick, like leather. Like a leather back. Like a leather back. You'll take less damage from enemy attacks because of your leather back.
I want my leatherback.
Turtles.
Leatherback skin.
Okay, well that's something. Spirit Vacation. Cost 1 adventure. You sometimes like to spend your adventure going on a vacation in the spirit world, which fully heals you and also recharges your mental batteries on account of all the holiday ghosts. Holiday ghosts.
Don't know why.
You've been on a spirit vacation and you've brought back most of the most precious souvenirs of all, your memories, and also a shot glass with the spirit world written on it, but you lost that almost immediately. So, okay, this is kind of nuts.
If you had a lot of MP... Well,
Maximum MP plus 10, yeah.
Right.
So that would actually, it wouldn't give us enough to be able to do the War Snapper one. Plus
Although I think with your equipment, if you switched to the chef hat, you would be able to do the War Snapper.
True. Well, let's just exhaust these. What does Headbutt do? Hit an opponent with your head. I'm not interested in... Well, I didn't read it also. I was immediately uninterested. The skill allows you to follow up a successful attack with a vicious... Oh, follow up a successful attack. The damage done by the headbutt is increased if you're wearing any kind of turtle as a helmet. Okay. So I'm thinking, because we could probably afford 2 of these and not buy anything else. So like Amphibian Sympathy and then Spirit Vacation.
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Spirit Vacation is sort of the foundation of being able to get other things. And Amphibian Sympathy seems like a really good thing to have early on because it'll make you go faster because of the rat.
Yeah, Happy Larry's already 7 pounds now.
Yeah. It's bigger than Dante was, although I think Dante will also get the buff and become even larger because you are sympathetic to amphibians.
Yes. Alright, well, let's go on a Spirit Vacation. You lose 1 adventure, you gain 10 hit points. You acquire, in fact, Spirit Souvenirs, which lasts for 10 adventures, and that's the regen MP and also increase our maximum muscularity points. Sorry. Okay, now we're set up for great success, I think.
Your go.
My turn. Okay. I think we're gonna make... I like the center. We're gonna circle takes this center square. Wow, a drunken rat. Who would have guessed? Wow, we won the fight. Who would have guessed?
Yeah.
5 strengthiness. We're just racking up the strengthiness. But
Wonderful.
the chutzpah is I'm looking for the chutzpah, because once that moxie gets up to 7, then we're gonna be wearing some uber pants. Great.
Keep it going in the middle, actually. I want to make like a old school, like sideways facing, like spaceship.
Okay, yeah, like a
Like a Galaga.
Galaga.
Yeah.
I see. My mind went to like a sideways like Taurus, like the
Oh, yeah.
astronomy sign. Yeah,
Yep.
it's not what I am even. So it's not a Taurus. It's an Aries, which is what I am.
Oh,
And-
there you go then.
Yeah, and that's the closest that I'll let anybody know about personal information about me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we got hit by a rat. It didn't like our face, I think is what it said.
Oh, no.
Okay, now we're all just... So we drop our spooky stick on our neck somehow, which loses us 2 hit points. And then the drunken rat swigs some more booze, performs an impressive drunken master karate routine, but which would have been impressive had he actually been facing you. Fumble, fumble, fumble.
Fumble.
Let's try again. Excellent. So we hit it in the foot with the end of our staff, and when it starts hopping on 1 foot, even though rats notoriously 4 feet,
Right.
usual, it falls on its ass, which is where its tail is.
Yeah.
Well, let's just finish it off. Yep, same as usual. Same as
Hey,
usual.
there it
We
is.
There's the Moxie point. That's what we're looking for. Inventory. Equipment. Knobgoblin Uber Pants. So we're at 11, 4, 7. We are now going up to 12, 6, 9. Great. We are very good at video games. We got a lot of options now.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it worse. 2-2. So growing. Yeah.
I
That
see.
one.
I was thinking 2-2.
Wonderful.
Okay. Dump out the crate. You pry the lid off the crate and heave it over and pocket some of the leftover whiskers. So just nothing. Let's go with some symmetry and let's go with 3-4.
Yeah.
Oh, 1.
4-1. Yeah, that one.
1-4. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Your progress through the darkened cellar is blocked by a massive barrel of beer. You know what we do with barrels round these parts, don't you?
What, in the basement of a tavern? Is that the
That's
proper
these
procedure?
parts, yes. Yeah. Staring down the barrel was the name of the quest, by the way, or the adventure. You smash the barrel, refilling several empty bottles with beer. You sop up off the floor afterwards. 3 ice-cold Willers. This is a bottle of Willer High Life, described by some as the champagne of beers. When you come home after a hard day of adventuring, it's Willer time. Not sponsored.
Yeah.
Somebody should make a really terrible champagne and market it as the beer of champagnes. This is crappy booze.
Yeah.
Probably because it was mopped up off the floor.
Right.
I'm going to go with this one. 3-5.
Hello.
Those who came before you. In a darkened corner of the cellar, but then again, aren't all corners of the cellar darkened? Not true. We've been, highlighted at least 2 of them. You make a grisly discovery. The corpse of an adventurer. He must have been defeated by the rats. You examine his gear more closely and determine that he was a turtle tamer. That's us.
Yeah.
Might as well make the best of his bad luck. Alright. 3 bottles of medicinal herbs. An item of Bengal balm, and a shiny ring. Let's see what these are. So, medicinal herbs. These are guaranteed by medicinal herb to be 100% legal for medicinal purposes, and they work just as well on poultry as they do in a poultice. Side effects include dizziness, sweaty palms, and spleen damage.
Oh, more spleen.
Restores all HP. Well, we don't need to do that, so that's just a hit to the spleen for a heal.
Right. That
So,
seems like
just
something like at the very end of the game, this thing is still going to be useful. So.
Oh, you're right. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Bengal balm. This is some sort of potion. This is a small canister of potent smelling balm. Rubbing this on your muscles will make them bigger, more flexible, and more pepperminty smelling than they were before. And it gives us an effect of Go Get 'em, Tiger. Muscle 15%. For 3 adventures, I think is what it said. Bengal.
Yeah.
And then this is probably an accessory. This is a ring which is both shiny and magical.
All attributes +3. Are you kidding?
Mysticality required 10
Oh,
though,
well,
which we are only at 6.
right.
So, but back pocket,
Yep.
that's a good place to keep a ring, I think.
Let's do it. Let's get the opposite corner cleared and 1-1. Or sorry, not 1-1. 1-5, I guess. Sorry.
1-5. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was starting to think
We do want to lighten the corners.
Yep.
It tries to hit you with a shot glass, but is too lousy a shot to do it. Zing. Or rather, boink, zot, boink. I think... How about this one? 4-2. Another crate.
Get some whiskers.
Another riskers. All right, your turn.
2-1.
2-1. 2-1 it is, and it's fighting a drunken rat. Pow, kapow, boof. Happy Larry gains a pound. And we gain a muscles. Which is not... I mean, that kind of puts us like 2/5 of the way, which is a convenient little thing. So, okay. So 3 more muscle points and we'll be level 4. Which
Cool.
I think is probably good enough to do that other quest with the misspelled cemetery. Or maybe it was 8. I don't remember.
You had said 8 at the start of this.
I did, yeah. I could have.
Even so, like, you might be able to get some skills in order to, make up the difference.
That's a good point. We should use some of our skills. We lose 1 adventure. We gain 5 hit points. We get spirit souvenirs. We are now also the patient tortoise. Let's get the corners.
Yeah.
1-1 for 1 adventure.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I wanted to do more of the tavern. Oh well. It was all the same anyway. Let's turn off the rat faucet. Okay. Rat slows to a trickle of rats, then finally no rats at all. Can we explore the rest of the...
Looks like.
Yeah, okay.
That one...
I kind of want to just clear it out, yeah.
Yeah. Let's do 2-5.
2-5. That would be here?
I-5 on a bingo card, yeah.
Yes. I-5's not a valid bingo.
What?
If it's tiny, is it still a mansion?
Hmm.
It's relative to the occupant, I think.
Do you count the number of rooms? What's the threshold from, house to mansion to villa to abode or whatever? I don't know.
Yeah, a doll mansion.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty small. I kind of want to knock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are the ones who knock. Hello.
Baron von Ratsworth. You knock on the door, and after a few moments, a sophisticated-looking rat in a top hat and monocle answers it. I say, he says, but the rudeness of adventurers these days is a development I simply cannot abide. We knocked!
Yeah, right?
That's not rude.
What else
You're
do you
being
want?
rude. Can't a member of the upper classes enjoy a spot of afternoon tea without being harassed and harangued by fortune hunters? It will not stand. He tosses his teacup to the ground and advances on you with malice gleaming in one eye, and a slightly larger malice gleaming in the eye with the monocle on it. He gives us a nasty paper cut with something he clipped out of the New Yorker.
Ooh.
Which I guess they're allowed to use that copyright, that trademark.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can only toss or attack. I guess we'll just fight it, yeah.
Go for it. Oh. What's the toss do?
Toss is just, we would toss our familiar and do, I think, probably 8 damage, maybe.
Oh.
We can give that a go. I think we can at least try one more because we'll survive another 7.
Right.
11 damage.
11, but that's not enough.
That is not enough. We might have to peace out.
Yeah. Are you gonna go for it, or are you gonna?
Or do we think if we toss Happy Larry once more, do you think we'd do it?
I don't know. That's a lot of damage, right? Like.
But what I learned from the last time, because I did lose all my HP last time I recorded, is you just go back to your campsite and recover.
Yeah, well then you may as well, right? Like.
Yeah, it's one adventure, and we have still 173 of them, and also a bunch. Yeah, we're fine.
And that's it.
That would be it. Wow. Okay, that's a lot of hit points. Hopefully we get to fight him again. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we have to go back to camp really quick. This is fine. So I'm gonna take one of these lemons. I know I can combine it with a popsicle stick, which makes us a lemon popsicle.
Woo!
Which is a decent food. How much? What do you think that does?
Adventures and stats is my guess, but
2 adventures and nothing else.
You eat it with gusto. It's better than eating it with Gus. That jerk always steals half your popsicle. Is it just because gusto has Gus in it?
I think it might be. I don't remember meeting anybody named Gus.
Yeah. I can't think of any notable Gusses who are known for eating half of someone else's popsicle.
Yeah. Unless it's a reference.
Right.
Well, you know what we can do with one of those 2 adventures, though?
Go on Spirit.
Just camp again.
Oh, fair enough.
You really want to go on another spirit journey?
Well, because it heals you entirely for 1 adventure, where this is only going to give you 9.
Is that what it did?
Yeah. Fully heals you and recharges your mental batteries.
Well, 10. It just gives us another 10.
Ah.
But Spirit Souvenirs now, it stacks.
It stacks. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, my pick was bad. Your turn.
South of Rat Faucet. B2.
Drunken Rat.
Yet again.
The huge.
Mm-hmm.
Pow pow kapowzot. Plus 4 stats.
There's a button here that says fight another drunken rat.
Oh, I wonder if that's... Oh, action... The URL says action auto faucet. I wonder if that's like, yeah, just if you go to the rat faucet, then you can dispense another rat to fight.
I see.
Probably after you've explored all the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Which we are not done yet. And so I think it's just this one. Feeling more of like an isosceles triangle.
All right, rather than I don't know, they might have both been isosceles, but it could have been equilateral.
An equilateral triangle is isosceles.
It's
I
true.
believe. So you're right. You're right.
Definitionally.
All right. 3 more. They're probably all rats, but
bottom right.
Bottom right. 3 hit points.
Boo.
No, ugh. And
oh,
oof.
You got a furry pill.
Oh. How does it know? You're not... Oh, the pill is furry. Not a pill for furries.
Right, or a pill to make someone a furry.
Yeah. You're not sure if this pill was originally furry, but it's got a respectable coat of fur after spending who knows how long in the cellar. Removes a negative effect, restores 40 to 50 HP.
That's
for
quite
1
a lot.
spleen hit.
Level
That's
required
awesome.
3.
That's great, because that's what we are.
Yeah.
Okay, well now we've got another thing to keep in the back pocket that we'll just immediately forget about. Let's stay as far away from the mansion as we can, I think.
Okay.
Up another oof oof 3. Another furry pill.
Wow.
All right. Your pick?
Well, I don't know. Let's go for I4.
For 2-4?
2-4.
2 for what?
2 for drunken rat.
Another furry pill.
Wow.
It was all the last ones were all furry pills, and we get a muscle point, which brings us up to 3/5 of our progress to level 4.
Wonderful.
Awesome. Well, Rat Fawcett got left on, eh? That was probably Luann. She was always doing ditzy stuff like that. Right unfriendly to the customers, too. That's why I fired her and divorced her. Anyhow, thanks for your help, breadfiesta. Here, by way of thanks, have a few drinks on the house. Quest complete. 3 flagons of Typical Tavern swill. It's decent booze. This is a flagon of the delicious swill that they serve at the Typical Tavern. If you drink it, it's sure to make you start rocking back and forth, because where there's a swill, there's a sway. You know what? I appreciate that they apologize.
Right. Well, there were other things in this tavern too to look at.
This is true.
Suspicious guy, pool table, the bar
You're
room
right.
blitz.
We should talk to the suspicious-looking guy.
Absolutely. Oh no.
Hey man, you want to try some goofballs? First bottle's free, man.
I don't know if you want to get involved with the goofball dispenser.
Here's the thing: we got what is the furry pill removes a negative effect, right?
True.
So if we take some bad drugs, we'll just take different drugs.
Okay.
And it'll cancel each other out. I think this works out. This is exactly the level of responsibility that we need to be at. Here you go, man. If you get caught, you didn't get these from me, man. Bottle of goofballs. And it's 1,000 meat for the next one. This is probably some sort of allegory on addiction. This is a bottle of pills labeled goofballs. Something tells you that it'd probably be a bad idea to take these. Muscle plus 20, moxie plus 20%. And the effect is hopped up on goofballs, which is you're all hopped up on goofballs. You feel energetic and reflexes are improved, but your parents are getting worried about you. So it actually seems to be pretty positive, but there's probably some sort of secret thing that it's not telling.
Right. When it runs out, you probably have withdrawal, and withdrawal's probably not worth it, but maybe the furry pill can get rid of it.
That's possible. It does remove a negative effect.
Yeah.
Do we want to just do it?
Yeah, let's get some mixed up into some shady. Wait.
Yes.
If you put on the chef's hat, will that bring your mysticality all the way to 10 and allow you to put on the shiny ring?
Oh, I don't know. Equipment. Chef's hat. 9.
Whoa, we're getting close. So the goofballs might do it, yeah?
Okay. Well, also, we're very close to just leveling up our mysticality anyway.
True.
So we could just fight something and have Happy Larry help us out.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do that.
Okay.
The barroom brawl, actually.
Yeah, try that out.
That sounds perfect. That sounds exactly like the sort of thing we want to do before we get hopped up on goofballs.
Yeah.
Or should we take the goofballs first?
Yeah, I guess take the goofballs first, because they're going to last a few turns.
Yeah. 10 adventures.
Get hopped up on goofballs and start a barroom fight.
A ballroom blitz. Which I think is
barroom
blitz. I think that's a reference just left on the table.
Yeah.
Miscellaneous.
But if a man in the back says that everybody should probably go on the offensive...
Alright, here we go.
Yes.
We are now hopped up on goofballs, which is not a positive effect. It is a neutral effect.
It is an effect.
Alright. Barroom brawl. Unemployed knob goblin. Oh, we're going to be fighting more goblins.
Oh.
This is a knob goblin who is serving as an assistant to a knob goblin chef, but was fired after confusing sugar, salt, and rat poison one too many times. The knob goblins prefer rat poison as a garnish, not a seasoning. Now he just hangs out in the bar, looking at ladies through his beer goggles, and starts fighting with anyone who looks at him funny, like you just did. Alright, let's fight him. Okay, critical hit.
And a new attack damage record.
Pow, barf, boink, bonk, kerblam.
Woo!
I figured we'd get beer goggles as a result of that.
Mm-hmm.
You gain 16 meat. We get the beer lens. This is a lens that has been ground out of the bottom of a beer bottle. It distorts things like a wah-wah pedal, but not exactly. Okay. And we did get a mysticality point. So now, theoretically, and hopefully it's not like our base mysticality needs to be 10.
Right.
It does.
Oh.
But
Shoot.
our base moxie is at 7, which
Mhm.
we are already wearing the Uber pants. So, never mind.
Wait, did the Uber pants require 7?
The Uber pants required 7, and we're already wearing them, so we already did that.
Oh, right.
Very easy to get distracted, I suppose.
I had wondered if we had put them on before reaching 7, but no, we've been 7 for a while.
Yeah. Okay, well, that'll be a little bit of time before that.
Yeah.
Well, we still got 9 goofball adventures.
We're gonna go beat up the. You might want to heal before you do if you wanted to go for the Baron again.
Yes, you're right. Let's heal. 17 hit points.
Yeah, up to 4.
Terrific. And we still have 3 more patients of the tortoises. All right, give it a go.
Do you want to switch familiars to one more combat-oriented in case Dante can heal you in the middle of the combat? Or do you want to... Yeah.
That is also a good idea, yeah, just in case. Dante doesn't go all the time, but take with you. 17 experience, 17 kills. 9-pound mosquito. Right on. Okay. Here we are back at the tavern. It's very casual to just start talking casually like this, as if there was never a cut in the recording.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tiny mansion. And we're going to be just so rude and knock on the door. And
Please
lose
come
7 hit points
immediately. Something for Dante to do.
He flings his monocle like a shuriken and hits you in the face. Then he retrieves it via the attached chain.
Goodness.
Rude. I think we determined that toss was better.
Yeah, though your stats were lower last time, too. We haven't gotten a big... Oh. Well, then.
We listen to the soothing and not at all annoying buzz of Dante's wings as he bites your opponent, extracts 12 damage worth of blood from him, and injects it into you. So that turn, we just did 23 damage. And then he slings his top hat like a frisbee or a hubcap. Okay. And takes a chunk out of your arm.
If you keep tossing Dante, will Dante continue to do his second attack as well? Yes? What?
It seems to be. Okay. This is great. We're going to keep doing this as long as it doesn't cost us mana points.
Yeah.
And even if it does, we're still... Alright, we did it. And we gained 19 hit points.
That's probably considerable enough to look at other adventuring situations.
Is true. So we get Baron von Ratsworth's monocle. We also got 10 strongness, 11 enchantedness, and 4 cheek, which is enough to get us a new moxie point. So a lot of stats. We were probably not supposed to do that yet. Mysticality required 10 again. So this would be a choice between this and the shiny ring. Yeah. Unless you can equip multiple accessories. I don't know the answer to that. So have you ever noticed how rich people have all kinds of stuff you don't have? Have you ever wondered why? It's because they have monocles. Plus 10 item drops from monsters, and you may not equip more than one of these at a time. Which makes sense, because it's a monocle.
A dicle, or a bicle.
Bicle?
Yeah.
Bionicle? Alright. And the tiny mansion is now no longer has an... The little mansion is silent and empty, you having slain the rat of the house. Alright. Tavern cellar complete.
Yeah.
Cut.
Okay, cool. Good sesh.
Yeah. Oh, I guess, yeah, I thought, yeah. We'll just, let's do an actual proper outro then.
Okay.
Okay. That felt good. We'll stop there. I think that was a good amount of adventuring, a lot of good success, a lot of good actually exploring the game mechanics that we didn't do before, which led to a more positive experience with the video game. And we'll get 40 more adventures if we were to happen to play tomorrow, which definitely isn't going to happen because I work a full-time job and just can't happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, back in my heyday, I would play this at school, using the computers at school, and that would drain my adventures, and it was probably a good thing, because then it'd be like, okay, cool, I can go back to doing the things I'm supposed to be doing.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But we're much stronger than we were before, and yeah, next time I end up playing this, I'm still going to be hopped up on goofballs.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. Thank you for joining.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So I have been breadfiesta.
I have been FSSZilla.
Well, hold up. Wait, where can people find you?
At youtube.com/FSSZilla or twitch.tv/FSSZilla. That's FSS for five-sided square, the defunct site that I do not run anymore.
Oh, I didn't know that, actually.
Trivia, the lore. Yeah.
And I can be found at youtube.com/user/breadfiesta, the very website that you're likely on.
Unless somebody embedded this into something else and is like, hey, check out this Let's Play.
Such as breadfiesta.tumblr.com.
Yeah.
Which is definitely maintained. Okay. So that has been us, and thank you very much for watching, and I hope your day is going exactly the way that you want it to.
Bye.
Peace. Cut.